Good evening.
Everywhere I go on this island, it seems to me I find degeneracy.
Watch a few movies, take a few notes. See, it's a lot scarier when there's no motive, Sid.
We have a bargain.
Watch a few movies, take a few notes.
Do you feel the pain? Oh, it's the pain I can assure you will be exquisite.
Watch a few movies, take a few notes.
His entire work consists of violence, all the time, obsessed with the issue of violence. Mayhem, gouging out of eyes, autopsies on the stage.
Come. It is time to keep your appointment.
Good evening, everyone. It is episode 206 of Double Feature Horror Show, and we are covering, as part of our Platinum Dunes Wave 2000s era horror remake series, My Bloody Valentine 3D. Fun times. Fun times. I hope you're looking forward to it. Last week, we went with House of Wax, a known quantity. And this week, it was a first watch for me. We have differing opinions on it backstage in the panel. So I will introduce my regular co-hosts for this stream. Hello, Murgoot.
Greetings, all. This was a lot of fun to watch. It's nowhere near as gory as the original, not as controversial, but it stayed true at its heart. And I hope we do it justice today.
I detect that nervousness in your voice, Murgoot.
Well,
I know you're the one pushing us up in burgers for once.
I've got to convince you guys.
Oh, jeez. Is this the feed stream? What? Tasteful thickness, what? Goodness me. And also TCG, welcome. How's it going, man?
I nearly said welcome back to you. Good evening, everyone. How you doing? You all right?
Hopefully chilling. This isn't a first watch for you, is it? You're a veteran.
No, I am pretty sure I saw this at the cinema with the 3D glasses. I used to have this on DVD with the 3D glasses. Unfortunately, I no longer do. So, yeah, but I got to experience it in its three-dimensional glory at some point during my life.
Oh, you know, you've sort of pitched us towards an interesting question. Because as we go into this, we are doing something of a taxonomy of this Platinum Dunes wave and piecing together what truly makes something Platinum Dunes wave, a 2000s era horror remake. What makes it really part of that special vibe? Is it worth adding 3D on there?
No, I don't think so.
No,
I mean, if you were to ask me if this film was a Platinum Dune worthy movie, I would categorically say no.
All right. Well, it's certainly not actually produced by Platinum Dunes. You know, this is
I know what you mean.
Lionsgate getting in there,
but
riding the wave.
Yeah, but the movie like the thematic style of it. I know what you mean. This isn't it.
Just like how we did folk horror. You know, we like a bit of taxonomy. We're very seriously minded here. I'm going to put it in as provisional. Oh God, is this going to work? 3D. There you go. You've got a question mark. We'll keep an eye on it. I will note. Oh, good. Hang on. There we go. I will note. I was very happy that look what niche little item paid off. Huh?
Okay.
Autistically specific? No. Look. There she is. Hübsch. Brautig. wearing a white vest. You love to see it. There's a tick. See, this taxonomy, it's got a purpose.
Yeah, bit of a Taylor Swift behind area though.
Yeah. Didn't invest all the character points
No,
in that direction, you know.
no.
What
There's a
can I
bunch.
say?
There's a bunch of
There was
thoughts on that.
plenty of
Probably.
Kamiko.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
It's 5 minutes in the stream. It's fine. It's fine. There's a family stream, but the family's all grown up now. Oh dear. Before we go much further, we'll just do all the usual. Of course, we're on YouTube. We're doing this for a bit of fun, but as I like to spend a bit of money on research material and occasionally Armagnac, supporting the channel is very much appreciated. So if you want to throw a super chat in, like a couple of wonderful people have already done, please do go ahead. You can do that here on YouTube, or ideally you can get a membership here on YouTube or Subscribestar. So would really welcome that, because then I get to reward you in return. You get to vote on the arcs. You get, as people did for the Halloween specials, which I've already started recording. We got 2 down. And you get exclusive content.
By the way,
rock on.
I love that there is a race now in the chat to get the first super chat in.
Oh.
it caused a little bit of a stir.
Lawrence one-upped, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I also really love a race for super chats. In fact, the more people who participate in this race to get that in first, you know, the better.
Definitely.
I just love the enthusiasm, guys.
Should we have a look at the super chats very quickly?
Absolutely. Regular John Goris has dropped in $10 to get us started. Very much appreciated, John, saying, can I pay plug my new animation? Absolutely. This is how democracy works. It's pay to play, baby. Can I pay plug my new animation I just dropped on YouTube? Freak Day at Last. It's got skeletons. Absolutely. So, John, if we just search Freak Day at Last, are we going to find it? Hopefully we are. I'm gonna give it a go.
Go on.
If I can find it, presumably that's it. Yes, we've got it. Freak Day at Last under John Goris's name. Absolutely. In fact, I'll go one further, John. I will even drop a link in so that people can enjoy it. See, $10. You get a lot for your money around here.
There you go.
There we go. Dropped in the chat. Thank you. And I'll have a look at that after the stream. I'll be interested. But controversially, following on, Lawrence, who usually gets it first, usually is there, you know. Yeah. No, I'm not going to say it. We're not making that joke. That's just an early riser, usually an early riser, but that did not make it this time. Next week, Lawrence. Thank you very much for sending £2. Asking to ban John Goris, rigging the vote. Also, how democracy works. Very good. I'd consider it, Lawrence, but it's going to need more supers.
Well, you say that.
Lawrence
He did drop another one.
Oh no, he's working on it though. Another £2. Thank you. From Lawrence. Blackpilled by AA, blue balled by John Goris. AA has blackpilled a lot of people this week. Don't worry, folks. It's only rhetoric. He's bouncing ideas around. He's a wily Persian. Don't let him pull that flying rug from under you, you know? Anyway, thank you very much for the supers. Oh, don't. He's winding people up. I nearly made a response video and can't be doing it. He's a good lad. Around here. Thank you for supers. More are welcome. And of course, links to my wonderful co-host stuff is in the description. Anything you guys in particular would like to plug?
Yes, I would like to plug. Murgoot and I are going to be over on my channel tomorrow night from 9 p.m. UK time. We're going to be doing a Friday night quiz. I did a stream on Sunday, and for the first time, I saw that they had like little super chat goals. So I set up a little goal, and you guys and the guys over there, some of you here, managed to achieve that goal. So yeah, we're bringing back the quiz on Friday. At the moment, I haven't got many guests. It's not going to be a massive panel, but Murgoot, as I say, will be there, and Denzel Jones is going to be over there as well. It's going to be an interesting one because the first 5 questions, I'm just going to pre-warn you lot now, are very different to what I normally do. So we're going to be playing a little bit of what is the question. So in a nutshell, if something is the answer, what is the question? I would just say, bear with me on that one. Okay, just bear with me on that one. And then we're going to actually go a bit old school for the next 5, and we're going to be doing some freaking Florida Man Fridays, but in a quiz style. And of course, we will end it as we always do with a mug shorties round. So tune in.
Excellent. All right, lovely stuff. As I said, links to my wonderful co-hosts in the description. I absolutely love this. Oh, Fez might need Jeopardy explained. Very much an American thing.
No, he's making a pun on Jeopardy.
Oh, bloomin' heck. See, it's an American thing. I don't get it, Fez. I don't get it. It's lost on me.
Jeopardy, each question is actually the answer. You have to come up with a question. That's what Fez is doing to your head.
Yes, but the answers on the face of it don't appear to be controversial. Think of Randy Marsh on Wheel of Fortune. Okay.
Indeed. Looking forward to it. Oh, brilliant. Well, sorry for taking a massive L on that one, Fez. Apologies. Late in the night. All right, folks. Well, I'll move us. Oh, and a final thing. Towards the end of the stream, I will redirect you, folks, because friend of the channel and all-round good lad, Samson from the Lotus Eaters, is hosting Harry Robinson, who is going to play through Silent Hill 2. I am a huge Silent Hill 2 fan. Absolutely blooming love it. One of the greatest games of all time. And it's going to be really interesting seeing if Harry screams in falsetto.
Bets now whether Harry Robinson screams better than Harrian.
Guaranteed. Well, I don't know. Silent Hill 2 is not the game for that. It's a moment or two, but not big on the jump scares, just massive on wonderful atmosphere and David Lynch references. Lots to enjoy.
Are you suggesting they scream better than I do?
No, well, you're still the top.
I am considering doing a gaming stream because it is spooky season. So, I did actually buy it's supposed to be a horror game. It's like a liminal space sort of horror game, but it's one of those. It's one of those ones where you go through a room and you have to spot differences, and if you spot a difference, you run back. And yeah, I'm thinking of doing that. Or
nice cheeky Halloween stream, you know?
Yeah, why not?
Would be fun.
Yeah. People who annoy you.
By the way, Fez has asked an interesting question. Are we doing a bit of he's detected a bit of a theme around an old TV series very near and dear to our heart. Fez, I can confirm you're absolutely correct. We are indeed focused on Dawson's Creek. Dawson's Creek is getting a look in this week. Jensen Ackles, known Dawson's Creek veteran. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, poor Jensen.
Murgoot, can I ask you, do you want to wait for our lives to be over? Do you want to know right now? What will it be? I need to... Is it just me on the panel? Did either of you watch Dawson's Creek, or is it?
I avoided it like the plague. I watched one episode, started snickering, and turned it off.
Yeah, sadly I'm not gay.
Oh, Not with that attitude, mister. I mean, look what happened to
Sorry,
Dean.
sorry
He
to-
was on it for one episode, and look how they got him. He's in a polo shirt. He's got curtains. He's looking fruity.
Damn it, Sam.
Let's just say I would rather have watched Party of Five than Dawson's Creek.
Hey,
Which-
that Nev Campbell, you know.
Yeah. That was about the only good thing about Party of Five, but
I had occasion to rewatch the first season of Dawson's Creek many, many, many years ago, but what stuck with me on that long delayed viewing was how unreasonably horny that show is. Like, irresponsible, frankly. Irresponsible. Yeah, Joshua Jackson's getting nonced on by his female teacher. It's scandalous. Anyway, sorry, I will move us on because we are here 16 minutes in to talk about 2009 remake of a Canadian classic, My Bloody Valentine. Quick poll. By the way, as we review these, we are going to be fitting them not just into a taxonomy, but how do I do this? There we go. We will be ranking them according to a unique scheme of how faithful they are to the original in terms of being a remake. Are they ultra faithful? Is it basically a carbon copy? Or is it an in-name only thing, as well as our usual quality score? So last week's House of Wax, right down at the bottom for faithfulness, basically nothing to do with the first one. But, you know, quality-wise, came out around a 6. Roughly a 6. A little bit over, you know?
Yeah.
Not sure how we will end up today. We will go, but we're ready. We are ready to rate My Bloody Valentine. Sorry, My Bloody Valentine 3D. Did you guys notice it was a 3D movie at any point?
No. I wonder why they gave me glasses when I originally had the DVD.
Yeah,
the version I watched was edited to take out the polarizing effect. I mean, it telegraphed things horribly without the polarization effect, but it just made it more fun.
Yeah, you know, there were one or two moments in Son's polarization. You still knew what they were doing. But following the original House of Wax from 1953, you know, to be honest, it all looks subtle until a guy with the paddle ball starts just talking to you and whacking his balls at you for a couple of minutes straight. You know, to be honest, it all looks subtle and well integrated. So we should point out this is a remake of I'm pretty sure that it was in the 80s. I'm sorry,
1981.
Thank you. The original Canadian classic. This one has moved it down to Pittsburgh. I was fairly sure it was shot in the exact same town that they used for Derry in the 2017 It movie. I was wrong. It was the same town that they used for Mothman Prophecy. So, fairly underrated film. Do you like Mothman Prophecies here?
I'm not familiar with it, I'm afraid.
It was fun. I haven't rewatched it since it came out, but it was fun at the time.
Yeah, sort of higher end Richard Gere horror from back in the day. Much more of a drama with horror elements, but quite fun. I enjoyed it. In moving it from Canada to Pittsburgh, obviously there's a certain tax reason for it. Can you imagine somewhere with better filming tax conditions than Canada? Apparently.
Ollie Dugmore, absolutely furious.
Seething. Absolutely seething. You know, I'd warmed on him. I thought he was all right. I saw him on Finn versus the Internet, and I thought he was about the only leftist that Finn interviewed who got the joke and enjoyed it and had a laugh.
Oh, I do love that Finn versus the internet.
Oh, it's good times. And then in this interview, he's just saying, BT dubs, I want to tax your dog's corpse.
Yeah.
You know, like, literally. Oh, terrible. Never give them the benefit of the doubt. What can I say? Never, not even
This
once.
one, I can already say this one is at 50% of frame for frame original, just because they transposed. They made Tom Halligan, Hanniger.
Excuse me, Murgoot. Murgoot. Oh my lord.
Murgoot, that's their word.
That's their word. It's Tom Hannanen word. Okay. We shall be referring to him as that. We do not want to anger the YouTube gods.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, instead of being the mayor and mine owner, he's the son of the mine owner. But and this is almost a sequel to it rather than a direct copy. This is a sub-sequel.
It's really interesting you say that, Murgoot, because I watched that beginning and I got this vibe that they were basically redoing the finale of the first one.
Basically.
To then take it forward from there.
Yeah, with
I'm
of the
I'm glad
some
you,
of the
you picked
characters
that up
changed.
too. Yeah.
It's not quite a sequel. That's why I'm saying it's a sub-sequel.
Yeah, it's a weird gray area, isn't it? Where you can sort of see you can squint your eyes and kind of treat it like a carry-on. But before we go any further, for anyone who did not watch the film, who did not do their homework, would anyone like to do the pint of Guinness summary? What would be on the back of the VHS box or the Betamax box for this movie?
Let's
go for it. Murgoot, straight on it. Lovely.
Yeah. It opens with Tommy H. Sending the guys down into the mine, but he's rushed and forgets to bleed off the methane. It causes they cause an explosion. 7 miners get trapped.
I haven't seen 7 miners trapped and in deadly conditions since the last Tory conference.
Yeah, well, hey.
Sorry, it had to be done.
The only one they find alive is Harry Warden, who eventually he's somewhat hostile and then falls into a coma. 1 year later, Warden wakes up from his coma in the hospital, goes on a murder tear, and then they reveal that Warden was the only one alive because he killed all the rest of them to save oxygen. And they hunt the mine owner and the sheriff hunt him down in the coal mine and basically say he's dead and buried. And then Tommy, mine owner's son, is so traumatized he disappears for 10 years, shows up, and after the Valentine's Day party, he disappears because he can't handle what's happened. It brings, one, it's traumatizing, and two, it brings up his mistake. He comes back after his father dies 10 years later. He's inherited the mine. He's coming back to sell off the mine and finds out that everything's changed. His girlfriend is married. His rival, the mine manager, Ben, is somewhat welcoming but very pissed off that Tom is threatening to sell the mine. and Warden seems to show up again. Mayhem ensues, and you get to the end scene where things get a bit hallucinatory.
Now, Murgoot, in that I detect possibly you had one of the same issues I did. When you said mayhem and shoot, we'll delve into it. But I suspect you had one of the issues I did with the film.
It was nowhere near as controversial as the original. They didn't have to remove 9 minutes of footage to get it released. Even when the original was re-released in 2009, they were only able to put 3 minutes back in just to be able to get it released. They couldn't put in the entire 9 minutes.
I have tried to track down as much of that as possible when I last watched it, and I was surprised that I still couldn't get the full version. So I think it was on the In Search of Darkness documentary. I saw it and I thought, oh, sounds very, very interesting. Went for it, and yeah, still, I felt what we'd been left with was very tame in the version that was out there. So I would love to see what was cut. I mean, for heaven's sake, if we got how do I refer to this movie? Cannibal tragic event of the 20th century.
Yeah, this one avoided the cannibalism, but it still held true to the feeling just because of the hearts and the Valentine's boxes, chocolate boxes.
Yeah.
That was
John Gorris making a very rare reference. Raw meat, good lad. Unusual to see that reference with that and Terror Train. You surprised me, John. You pulled that one out of the bag. Now, we get this really interesting, like the horror classic is you give people a bit of splatter at the start, right? You start with a bit of a bravura scene. You show what you can do, make something nice and iconic. My goodness, this film does that.
Oh yeah, it's a splatterfest, just like the end of the original.
Yeah, I was just gonna throw out to you guys, maybe TCG if you take this as a starter, but would you? I would really like to have seen that scene of Harry turning on all the miners. I thought that would have been an amazing starting scene. Not a fun party, but my goodness, that would be an amazing open.
I actually thought the hospital. I actually thought it should have started from the hospital because the massacre that he leaves.
Let's get that up again
at the end when
R.I.P. Monetization.
I mean, there is a lot of. There's a lot of potential here that they could have executed to get us to see the sort of end result of, or to get us to the end result of this particular scene. So I was quite disappointed that they took a large, but I mean, and yet you are right as well. The mine scene immediately afterwards. There's a lot of death and destruction sort of in is it Henry Warden's way? Harry, sorry, I beg your pardon. But you don't see a lot of it, and what you do get is just some, again, poor. I don't want to say poor CGI because obviously this was supposed to be a 3D movie, so I'm going to take that into account. But I will say that the 3D shots were quite cheap, and obviously they put a lot of attention on getting those moments, as opposed to just going absolutely ham with the gore. Like, sure, like, yeah, it looks gory, and the end product is quite disturbing. But man,
there's potential in this.
Yeah.
And I think maybe, would you agree that for what we've seen, this is powerful imagery. Like, this could have been, I think, directed a bit better to make it really land.
Yeah,
Whereas I don't. It's cool, but I don't think it. What do the kids say? It didn't pop as
Like,
much as it
no.
could have.
I'm not being funny, but when Henry wakes up from his coma, and that nurse goes in to check on the IV bag, how the hell did she not notice that he's not in his bed?
That was my thought exactly.
So, like, she's looking down, like the absence of a comatose patient is going to be at least in your peripheral. So how the hell do you not know? It's only when she sort of looks up and goes, "What? Shut up!"
Yeah,
Give it.
it's
Give
almost
it a
like
break.
the IV bag was on the other side of the curtain, but
Yeah,
it made no sense.
yeah, no.
My other problem, I mentioned it in DMs, is when the sheriff and the mayor are firing. I mean, this is a mine owner, and he's firing a gun inside a coal mine that they know has methane problems. I'm just like, I've done enough mine surveying that I'm like,
Oh, fair play. Yeah. Okay. So I might be in the minority on that. I think.
Minority.
Oh dear.
Or, no,
dear.
minority. Yeah, minority. Yeah.
Well, what we did get, we may not have seen like the inside story on Harry Warden, which I think could have been done very powerfully. Maybe not by this director, Patrick Lussier, but a minor director. But good on him.
Sorry, you're talking about Harry. I need to bring this up. Why do we get an exposition dump twice about the same bloody about Harry's law? We get it in the opening.
Your first exposition dump happens 1 year after the second.
No. So I'm talking about. So you get in the opening credits, and you get the breakdown of everything that led up to the hospital.
Clips.
Yeah. Harry wakes up and he's off and about, and then later on you get two teenage lads, and one of them is explaining exactly what we just watched in the opening credits. Sorry, and I'm thinking to myself, this is a small town, right? Not a lot of people live in this town, hence why it's small. And it's portrayed as one of those places where everybody knows everybody. And you're telling me that a teenager who went to this mine for this party, which is obviously a location of a tragic thing that happened the year before, is not going to know anything about what happened? Like this, am I seriously meant to believe that this guy lived under a rock for that entire year? The thing that bugs me about this show, right, this film, right, is it, and I love Supernatural, do not get me wrong, but Supernatural goes heavy on the exposition. Like, you'll have Sam and Dean talk, like you'll have Sam explain to Dean or vice versa about the lore of some creature that you would think that they've hunted before or will have previous knowledge about, but it's such a lazy way of getting the information out there to the audience. And I just felt like in that first sort of 20-30 minutes, we're having the same background told twice. I'm sorry, but we're not that stupid. If we got it the first time. We got it the first time.
If they were going to do a second exposition dump, they could have done it with slightly different information and given it to the deputy.
Yeah.
Who wasn't in town at the time.
Hey, there's
That
one.
would
Yeah,
have
the
made
deputy
more
does have a
sense.
bit of an outside look to him. I could believe it.
Oh, you mean Mr. Terrific?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Terrific is...
Yeah, James Gunn's Superman film. He plays Mr. Terrific.
Oh, have not seen it.
Do not know his name. I literally just called him Mr. Terrific when I was watching this movie.
Oh, you can be Deputy Terrific in this if you want.
Yeah.
No, it's a very good point about the...
point. That would have been a better point for exposition.
I'm pretty sure his surname didn't start with a H though.
Yeah, well.
The scene we did get though, so it was, of the 3 opportunities we've discussed, I'm going to say I rather liked it. I mean, the vibe they went for was fun. We've got good old Dean here, middle of filming Supernatural season 5. and Kerr Smith, who we all know and love, also from Dawson's Creek. Obviously, you don't need me to tell you guys about Dawson's Creek, do you? No, of course. We also like him from Final Destination.
Did like the de-aging that they did for Jensen Ackles.
Yeah.
And I did like the fact that they showed him like fully adrift and panicking and totally shell-shocked.
Yeah.
It's a nice change from Supernatural. And then he comes back and he's mature Jensen Ackles again. And he's still kind of shell-shocked, but he just wants everything over and done with.
Yeah, he got to be someone a bit different, and that was definitely nice for him. I was going to say, in this brief bit, we already get the idea he's a bit standoffish, but before that, we get some of the trademarks, I would say, of this era of the Platinum Dunes wave is quite a few knowing references. There's a really great bit where some dumb teenager comes down into the mine shaft and calls out like, "Jason, is that you?"
Yeah.
The miner. In fact, I think the other person he looks for is Michael. So we get a call for Michael and for Jason. No one needs me to explain this, but just in case, yes, clear reference to Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers of Halloween and Friday the 13th. Just like a knowing reference.
I also do like the fact that they held all of the 80s tropes. I mean, you've got the full frontal scene, granted without the fur. You've got the heroine tripping over absolutely nothing. You've got
stuff just like that. Was it the mine outfits just like dropping, even though literally how would the killer do that? Why would they do that? Killer teleportation.
Yeah. The throwback to the Toxic Avenger where the girl is fighting off a pickaxe with a mop.
Oh, brilliant. I missed that one. Nice.
Yeah, I just thought that was funny.
Yeah. Some fantastic kills in it, just showing what they can do. I liked this sequence. It's hugely over the top, but it's bombastic. It kicks things off with a bit of a bang. Yes, they're doing very obvious CGI, but they're if you're going to make it CGI, you might as well get your money's worth. Maybe only problem. What's this character's name? The woman.
Irene.
Irene is the blonde one. Yeah.
The brunette here, who is a bit of a mutual love interest. Oh, what's her blooming name?
Is it Sam?
Oh, of course. She's Sarah Palmer.
Oh,
Sarah Palmer. Why would you do that, guys? Why would you?
Sarah Mercer Palmer. Yes.
Why would you call a character Sarah Palmer? Anyway, only minor complaint: black bra, white t-shirt. Come on, guys. Come on.
It's the 2000s.
Yeah, and where were the 3D element for that bit?
In House of Wax, there was that lovely, cabaret girl shoving her ass at the camera for a 3D moment. Shameless.
Well, there was the scene with Irene in the hotel. Irene's become a lot lizard picking up truckers.
Yes. I have that here. Oh, the sad fate of Irene.
No!
What?
There's not enough Britishers on that image.
Oh, well, we'll be fine. It's just a writer. He's a screenwriter. They aren't people. It doesn't count.
Oh, man.
You notice this is the screenwriter. What's his blooming name? Something Farmer? Where is he? Todd Farmer.
Get that image off our screen now. Oh, my God.
Oh, all right. No butter.
Can I just say, I forgot that this scene existed.
Did you now? It's stuck in
yeah.
my mind. I would not have forgot
The
this.
3 minutes of full frontal, and she's bouncing on him, and yes, that was in 3D, which is funny. But that was taken. I'm not gonna talk about it. It's a family stream.
Yes. I was surprised considerably by how much we saw, and then even more surprised when she just storms out absolutely starkers. That was memorable.
Running Starkers and climbing under the bed. And yeah, full 3 minutes of her Stark.
There's something
wearing
just,
high heels though.
yeah. There's something kind of like impressively brazen about it, and almost like this is what you came for, right, guys? This is what you want to see in the film, right?
Is it?
It's an early 80s trope. It's one of the girls has to be totally naked. I mean, yet again, the Toxic Avenger. Mother's Day.
I find they would usually it would be torn clothes. Like if you really wanted to get a
Toxic
boob out.
Avenger was full throttle, full frontal, lots of fur.
In fairness, though, that's Lloyd Kaufman and Troma. The standards are a little different over there. Yeah, you would get it, but I think you wouldn't get that. You wouldn't get that much, or you'd have it very rarely. I'm trying to search my brain for other examples. I'm drawing a little blank. Frequently, that would be the torn clothing to sort of get you a moment. Or I read that in the original script, the plan was, she'd do the standard thing if she'd use bed sheets to cover herself up as she went out, and then that was just really awkward to do. So she said, "Fine, I'll do it naked." And I mean, to her credit, it's a fun scene, and it's very memorable, and it kind of surprises you, but tells you a fair amount about her. But then she's offed very quickly in a very memorable scene.
Oh, yeah.
This had a lot going on.
Well, the dwarf innkeeper getting picked up and shot into the light, that was funny.
Just lots of why is this happening?
Yeah.
It's just fun. It's fun
Yeah.
slaughter.
I'm not going to say she's the best actress I've seen, but some of those line reads were a little janky. But can I throw something out there? Maybe, I don't know if this will hold up. It probably doesn't hold up, but I'll put this out there. Do you think something as sort of visually arresting as a dwarf woman owning the motel and this sex scene is maybe there to really grab your attention and kind of pull you away from the very obvious signal that Dean is the killer?
Well, it's you suspect it at first, then you don't, then you suspect Axel, then you suspect Tom, then you get to the end and you're like, yeah. Especially when they show the still, he's sitting there looking at the laptop, looking at the still of the videotape of Irene and the trucker, and you see Tom outside the window walking by, giving a glance. You're like, aha.
Yeah,
It's
fun
interesting.
conceit, but my attention was drawn directly to him, and I wondered if this was an attempt to get you to forget that. But I can't say I did.
Maybe,
Once I
but
did a few of them, I thought, come on,
maybe, but I think what this film does is it makes it so obvious that that Tom's the killer that you essentially rule him out straight away, because it's almost like, you know, I think like Scream, for example, you know, all eyes are on Billy, and it's probably not the best example actually, but all eyes are on Billy, but there's just enough doubt there, and it's sort of there's just enough doubt there for you to think of other potential people that would be Ghostface. But with this, and they do that quite cleverly, but with this film, it's almost so in your face that yes, this is the guy, that you're just kind of like, yeah, no, it can't be. There's got to be a smart reason as to why it isn't, and how he just ends up being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and hey, there's even an entire kill when he's
stuck in face.
Yeah, and he's literally face to face. But even then, it does that mirroring behavior where it makes you think, oh, hold on a minute. But then you think, nah, maybe he's just a bit weird. But
yeah, so I'm with you on that. It's that rule of you discount the first suspect. You know, standard, absolutely standard. You know, you got to treat it fairly. So obviously, there's a reason to look at Billy or here to look at Tom. But we're used to you discount the first suspect, so it feels like it's playing fair. I don't know if this is, because like Fez is saying it leans heavily on unreliable narrator, but I mean, like, this feels like some intense cheating,
big time, and big time, and also what you got to bear in mind as well is Supernatural was like in its 4th, 5th season at this point, right? It was 2009, so yeah, it was in its 5th season, and so like, you know, Jensen Ackles is your as Dean is like the quintessential good, you know, good guy in that show. People will know him from that show if nothing else, and so it's almost unimaginable for him to be the bad guy in this film. Again, sort of invert it. You've got Arnie, like I say Arnold Schwarzenegger, for example, who Arnold Schwarzenegger, N-word, who hey, same surname, similar, who was like the bad guy in your Terminator franchise, but later became the good guy. You've sort of gone right. He's a good guy as Dean Winchester. Now he's a bad guy as this guy, but we don't want you to believe he is right up until the very end. Yeah, it's an interesting angle, but whether they pulled it off, I don't think they did. I'm sorry.
You gave it a slight redeeming clue in like the stylistic mirroring of them rising is notable. It's flashy. Thematically, it's on point. You know, it's a clue that you can write off, but all the same, I felt I've been cheated a little bit, and then I saw, was it the scene where he goes into the cabin?
Yeah,
where Axel had been stupping his tasty
Megan.
Yeah. She's all right, wasn't she?
Yeah, she wasn't bad.
But when things clear up and Axel receives word from the deputy that Tom has been in a psych hospital for the past 7 years. And
again,
then the flashback scene where he's uncovering the mine suit and the gas mask from the cairn.
Yeah.
And then
I noticed when he went into the cage, the like the killer's gas mask and work suit were in there. Like tucked behind him. I thought, oh, hello. Dr. Prepper is reporting wood. That is correct. Absolutely. I've checked that. I've verified. Yeah, Megan is a wood. Correct. 5 points to Dr. Prepper. Yes.
You can't carry them over to the quiz, by the way, just so you know.
No. just for this. Oh dear. Sorry, I'll move us back. But yeah, that extra clue, and we had the news about the psych report, and it was all like, it was that scene of of him watching the huge guy get killed that made me think, oh, I don't know, man. That's sort of the golden ticket. Yeah. Are we being too harsh, Murgoot? Are we being too harsh?
Not really. I mean, things don't hold well together, but it holds to the 80s tropes. It holds to 80s style writing. It's an homage.
Mm.
And they carried it off gleefully, which I appreciate.
True. Let me ask you something, because when you gave the Pint of Guinness summary, when we're in this section of the film, so basically everything after Tom's arrived and gone down into the mines and seen that kill for the first time, you said chaos ensues, which in slash code is just like people are getting picked off. There's hide and hunt down sequences until we find our way to the finale, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get down to our final girl usually. And the way you said chaos ensues, I wonder if you had the same feeling I did, which is after about that first half hour, I just sort of felt that the film didn't have a drive.
It transformed more into a murder mystery. A murder mystery rather than a slasher.
Yeah, I guess.
And it slowed it down a bit.
Yeah, I mean, slow down is good. I think what I felt was a sort of other films, even House of Wax. I felt everyone had like a really clear drive and purpose, and I knew where they were moving towards. And I felt the film went into a little bit of a slightly disconnected, here's a sequence, now here's a sequence, now here's a sequence, now here's a sequence. It moved a little bit into stuff just happened territory. I think possibly made worse by a sort of teleporting killer. Do you know what I mean?
It's hard to say because it seemed linear to me. It's just moving from one set to another, and you're not sure how he's getting there, but you can see why he's doing it. I mean, Ben's house, I was absolutely screaming at the screen when you find out the shotgun's unloaded. He loads it, and then he waves it around and then unloads it, and the miner kicks in and he's having to reload it. It's, why did you unload the freaking shotgun, you freaking moron?
True. That was one of the bits I get. I didn't actually think about the nurse and the IV, but I did get the shotgun. I also got the guy turning up at the house later. So the scene where Tom Atkins is killed, and he's just, there's a cop waiting, and he's just sort of there, and then he says basically there's a question of, why are you even here, dude? You know, it just
he's
he lacked
going to find. He's going to find Axel because that's Axel and Sarah's house. And why the boy was even in there, I mean, he was mentioned early in the film, and he holds no real part. Although I did like the housekeeper in the dryer with
that was nice.
Fun.
Very nice. We should maybe give a little hat tip to, I think his name's Gary Cunliffe. Let me confirm. Gary Cunliffe? It is. Oh, sorry. Gary Tunnicliffe, who did the special effects and I think did a very good job in here. You know his work from Hellraiser, Hellraiser 3 onwards. And also a little movie you may have heard of called Candyman. from 1992. Yeah.
And
All right. Fine. I was happy about that. But yeah, he did pretty solid effects to this. I want to note another thing here. This is something that I saw in House of Wax as well. We're not just getting a remake, we are getting kind of like a medley, a little smorgasbord of horror moments. So House of Wax was making these little tributes to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Tourist Trap was another inspiration, or rather, it was drawing whole elements. This, as well as referencing Friday the 13th and Halloween, and having the killer do the little Michael Myers head tilt, it had a couple of key moments that I thought are straight out of some of the best known stuff. Like this moment, where the chap's gone in from the door, moved to the right, taken his time, and then the killer just moves out of left frame. Straight out of Exorcist 3. We love it. We absolutely love it. There's also a later moment, where Curse Meth is saying, "Shoot us both." 100% Scream. 100%. Hello, I'm not sure how I'll say this, but you Nemesis, good to see you. Love to, and anytime someone says they're commenting for the first time, welcome. Good to see you. Glad you caught it live. And Emilio, yes, Candyman came out in 1992. It looks a bit 80s, but it's an early 90s. And Lawrence, we do not mention that abomination. You never say. I hope I didn't butcher that. Apologies. Anyway, thank you for commenting and good to see you. Yes, Emilio, I will mention Candyman any chance I get. It is my favorite horror film of all time. So be prepared for many future mentions, even if I crowbar them in. So yeah, do you think that's a fair comment, that this is sort of a new thing, that they don't just do the remake, they make all sorts of references to classic horror?
Oh yeah. Like I said before, the mop versus pickaxe fight, that's an homage to Toxic Avenger.
We need to review that.
Oh yeah, when we do the Schlock arc, we've got to do the Toxic Avenger, the original. I still haven't seen the remake with what's his face, but that looks funny too.
Oh, Dinklage.
Yes.
I will double bill it when it comes out, I think.
But they definitely took nods from the early 80s slashers. They took nods from the original Trauma films. It's fun. They do. Yeah.
It makes sense, because I always pitch these films as a reaction to Scream. You know, like Scream. Sorry, guys, you've all heard this before, but I'll say it very quickly. Scream basically comes in as a health check on the genre, saying, guys, you're getting a bit lazy, getting a bit tropey, you're doing things that are a bit silly. And so these films come out and say, okay, we're going to try and be super serious. We're going to take it seriously. But they're also produced for an audience that they now know are extremely horror literate and appreciate these references. So I think that's why they do it. But it supports my feeling that these are all very deliberately conscious reactions to Scream.
Oh, wow. They remade Street Trash? Now they just need to remake Chud.
It's time. It's time, boys. I mean, in fairness, was it Death Game got redone, albeit as Knock Knock? So, you know, everything is up for up for a review. And as I, House of Wax is basically Tourist Trap, so why not? Oh, you know what's still missing? Say it with me, Murgoot. Basket case.
Oh. Well, Puppet
Please.
Master has 11 sequels, so we won't. That doesn't need a remake.
Hmm.
Um,
Sorry, this is excellent comment. Billions must watch. Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, we appreciate this. Oh dear. Right. Sorry, I got distracted by this little Exorcist 3 moment. TCG, is it a fair comment about this film just kind of losing momentum a bit?
Big time. Yeah, the gore is gratuitous, which is great. The kills are shocking, and the use of 3D is creative, if a bit janky. But if the aim of this story was to just throw as many 80s references in without necessarily telling a coherent story itself, yeah, it didn't work for me.
Yeah, I think just I like when you've got a really strong structure that just carries you through, that lets you sort of know when you're near the end point.
Yeah,
Just knowing that helps you, whereas I couldn't tell when things were going to end. Like I sort of knew, okay, when people are back at the mine, that's got to be a finale. But I just yeah, I just didn't have that sense that we're moving, and part of it was that we kind of had 3 separate protagonists doing their own thing. So Axel is investigating why his wife's a hoe, even though he's cheating on her. Tough sell, man. Tough.
Yeah,
tough
and
sell.
like several stories don't really get like satisfactory like resolutions to them. Like, you know, there's no consequences really for Axel banging Megan on the sly, because at the end of the film they're looking at each other. He's laying on a stretcher, about to be carted off to hospital, and they're just like, I love you too. It's like, I'll be like,
well, they mention, for all the problems, I love you.
I don't care, man. She let it happen. The thing is, and she even acknowledges it earlier on in the film. Like, she knows that Megan and him have been on the going at it for a while. Remember, I can't, you know, I have got eyes, or, you know, I'm not blind. Like, she's allowing it to happen.
Yeah.
It, like,
at least Axel and what's her face were smart enough to go to his dad's old house. I loved the line that, well, why don't we just go to the hotel? What, you want the entire town to know?
That was a good line. That was nifty. I thought he was an absolute idiot for leaving the chocolates there, and I thought she was an idiot for sending him a card. I don't have a screen cap of it, but I thought she had like 6-year-old writing. It's weird.
Don't forget, he's also an idiot for not wrapping up.
Absolutely. Actually, I won't say that, but yes. And she presents it to him like it's good news. It's like, how do you think this is going to work out?
Yeah, he's like, oh, sorry I didn't get it for Valentine's Day. She's like, you did. I'm pregnant. And he's like, oh,
I mean, again, I will like some people would say would.
But, yeah, sure, but
yeah, it's just a weird storyline. I'll point us back to our taxonomy here.
His character just does not face any consequences for his own actions. Like, he's still with his wife and kid. He's still with his wife at the end of the movie. Megan is out of the picture entirely. You know, it's frustrating. And even the big reveal that Tom, that Tom is the killer doesn't even really have a sort of satisfactory explanation. Like, yes, he was traumatized after the events originally.
Well, he went to the psych hotel.
He did for 7 years. He was a bit sad and a bit crazy, loopy doop, of course.
I did. It's inferred when Tom is popping all the mine lights, and every time he pops,
Saw that, yeah.
he phases into the miner.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, I
That
like
was
that shot. I like those shots. In fact, my boy, because we were watching it together, he noticed. He was like, "Oh, that was really cool. That was." But yeah, I just it doesn't. It's not adequately explained, if that makes sense. It's oh yeah, he was a bit
It's
he was a bit PTSD'd after forgetting to bleed the lines and then nearly being killed by the man who ended up killing a bunch of people that was trapped because of his mistake. And oh my, it doesn't really look. The 1981 film, I was just doing a little bit because I haven't even watched that one, but that kind of makes a bit more sense. It's that sort of trauma that sort of like the trauma as a child that then turns you into that thing when you grow up. Think what was it called? That bloody Christmas film.
Black Christmas?
Silent Night, Deadly
Silent
Night.
Night, Deadly Night.
Deadly
Yes,
Night. Okay,
yes.
yeah.
Like that film, the 1981, and that film, Silent Night, Deadly Night, have that sort of same theme, if you will. But by now, Tom is already an adult, and it just didn't. It's like, okay, yeah, so right, cool, yeah, he was a bit traumatized, but it's not out and out explained. Like I would imagine it would be, it would make more sense if he came back and. Obviously, yes, things had moved on, and he was obviously quite jarred at the fact that, like you say, Murgoot, his rival, had ended up going off with his ex-missus and having a family together. But it's just not. He just doesn't explain himself. He doesn't explain.
He's popping antipsychotics throughout the entire movie. That was a pretty good explanation, and the reveal that he was in a psych hospital for 7 years. Everything was inferred, and you're given pieces of that, and then
I would have just liked it if they actually kept with the original story of the actor was the killer.
Yeah, true.
The psych ward stuff. Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course, absolutely traumatized. But he's come out of it the other end. I see what you're doing there.
I'm just highlighting here. This is my taxonomy paying off, boys. Look at it. Attempted psychological depth.
Yeah, but I just think they failed with this one because it's absurdly obvious. But it fails to go further than he was in a psych ward because he had a bit of PTSD after the fact. She never asks, why are you doing this? Do you know what I mean? This film is happy to do a bunch of exposition dumping on you, except for, the love of her life, essentially, prior to him going away. She never asks for an explanation when she's standing there with both of them there and she's got the gun. And it's revealed at that point, like, why are you doing this? That's not us. It's just, we've got to do scary things now. We've got to swing a pickaxe around, and we've got
only moderately more explanation for the killer's activities than Sleepaway Camp, but we got to take it.
I took the inferences and ran.
It's not that it doesn't explain itself. It's not that it doesn't explain the rationale behind it as such, but it doesn't fail to sort of close it off, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't. It's not wrapped up. It's just he's mad. Okay, that's why he's doing it. But
it doesn't feel like a movie. It feels like real life. Where nothing is resolved, but
I wouldn't.
I do like the end scene where they're trying to recover Tom and the other bodies, and Tom kills the guy, puts on the rescue gear, and sneaks out. That was fun.
They just rehashed season 2 episode It's actually
Oh,
literally the
yeah.
episode we watched yesterday. It's
a
it
supernatural one.
in the bank.
Yeah,
where
when
they
the black
yeah.
FBI guys tracking him.
Yeah.
Lawrence got my reference. Well done, Lawrence. Thank you. But also, shame on you for watching that movie.
But again, and that's another thing as well. Like, you know, the freaking plot armor on Tom, like it's taking a face full of exploding methane and not having a single burn on you when you're recovered.
Yes. Oh, I hadn't even thought of that, but yeah. Oh,
But also, I know you like the pickaxe death as well, Murgoot, when they find him in the rubble. But for me, it logically doesn't make sense, because for us to be able to see the pickaxe through the through the visor would imply that it didn't actually go through the guy's eye. It's just, you know, it just looked really cheap, man. It looked really cheap. And then also continuity is an issue, because when he's out of the mine, of course, there's no damage to the visor, to the actual glass on that one as well.
Actually, there is, but
is there? Oh, okay, I didn't see that.
Yeah, but he is limping pretty hard, so it's kind of, yeah, he took damage, but
he took no fire damage though.
Yeah, well, methane.
He got engulfed in the flames, man. Like, he hasn't even got any. His eyebrows aren't even singed, dude.
Yeah, true.
Do you know what I mean? It's like he should be dead.
That'd be hard to explain on the
Methane
supernatural.
problem with methane explosions.
I mean, the guy,
the fire doesn't. It's the explosion that does the damage, and he wasn't quite there, and you would have expected the coal to be burning. And I could go on and on about realism versus what happens in the movie, but
I would have appreciated a bit more if he came out looking like he was, you know, looking like he'd been burned. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Still survived. Let's say, okay, fine. We need to sort of push the idea to the Hollywood bigwigs that we want to get a sequel out on this film. So we want our main baddie to survive, but let's make him, you know, let's go down that road.
Well, there's also
horribly disfigured, and you know, and then, you know, sort of go down the lines of supernatural references.
Phoebes, that mofo.
Themes.
Give him the old Dr.
Yeah.
But
you know,
there's also the problem with the studio wanting the pretty boy to stay pretty.
Just gotta line up them pretty boys. Just gotta keep a nice conga line of them coming in. Before I like the discussion, but I want to talk about the sort of comparison to the original and the vibe of that. But before we do, we have had a question on one of my special areas of interest, and I've been roasted about this in the chat. So since Lawrence has roasted me, I'll pitch in there a little question about LGBT horror movies, good ones. I mean, it's a bit of a running joke on the channel is that I do tend to find gay readings once or twice. You know, I might have detected a little bit of fruity fragrance on the film.
Yeah, didn't you do a video on They/Them?
I did, but I would not class that as a good LGBT horror movie at all.
I wouldn't say it's good, but it's classic.
Is it Kevin Bacon?
No.
It is Kevin Bacon.
It's literally Friday the 13th remade.
Faster Pussycat Kill is a classic, but it's not good. The Vampire Lovers.
Absolutely. I mean, again, would we say it's amazing? Questionable, but you know, it's nice. I'll tell you one to absolutely avoid, Emilio. Do not go near Jack and Diane. You might think you want a lesbian werewolf story, but you are being missold. You will be bored out your mind. Yeah, sort of.
Sort of,
I'll
but
tell you
it's
what
got
comes.
the overtones.
I'll tell you what comes to mind. If you want it with just the theme, I have a movie called. Sorry, I have a video called "The Dark Homoeroticism of Clive Barker," where I sort of show you the gay themes in his horror movies are a bit under the surface. But if you want something a bit more like actually there and direct, the one I will always point people to is Fright Night. It is an amazing horror movie, and the gay stuff is like right there. The Hunger by Tony Scott, not perfect but very interesting. Gosh,
It's
beyond that, I'm thinking like what's actually good, rather than just
Suspiria
it
remake.
features. Sorry, the what?
Suspiria.
Oh,
remake.
Suspiria. Oh, fantastic shout. Yes, Suspiria remake. Brilliant. Yeah, that's an absolutely amazing one. I'd throw Jennifer's Body in. It's a good time. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but it's a pretty good time.
What about her legs?
We've kind of leaned heavily on lady appreciation in that list, with the exception of Fright Night, obviously.
Well, we've got a bit of a debate going on. Or
I'm drawing a bit of
Silence of the Lambs. Is it considered an LGBT film? Fez said moments before, yes. Emilio
Ooh,
de los Santos said it's actually a homophobic horror movie.
there's one of the Interview with the Vampire. Heck yeah.
Oh god, yeah, that's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
cam.
There's
That's
kind of a thing with Silence of the Lambs where serious answer to the question. There's like a bit of a wave in the early to mid 90s where you have films that sort of go out of their way to be not gay, to have a serious like dousing with not gay spray, because there was a bit of a
Not gay spray. Is that something that? Hang on. You that sounds like it's come straight from Batman's utility belt. What?
well, so the example I give is basically LGBT activists were getting quite loud and angry at studios,
Right.
even at like, hey, you put us in the film, but not in the way we like. And the thing that really kicked it off is Basic Instinct. There were big protests over that movie in the like really early I think it was 1990. And so when Silence of the Lambs comes out, it goes out of the way to put a clunky line in to make sure you know that Buffalo Bill is not an actual transsexual. Billy and Stu, similar thing, lines to make sure they are not actually gay, and similar things just to, basically protect themselves so they don't get protests. Oh, legend.
Yes.
Rope.
Oh,
Good
the
lad.
undertones. I was literally thinking about that film the other day after watching the Ed Gein Monster series that Ryan Murphy absolutely shat all over. And I was thinking, like, films that look at true life crimes and do it in a way that is creative. It has the creative freedom, if you will, or takes the creative liberties, but does it in sort of like a respectful, I say respectful, but in a mindful way. And immediately my mind went to Rope as an example, as probably one of my personal examples of, it's based on a true life thing, but it's not done in a way that turns actual victims into bloody town bicycles like Ryan Murphy did. You absolute scum. Ridiculous. I am actually still mad about that. I was up writing potentially a script. I might actually steal your shtick, by the way, for one video and actually share my thoughts on that film on that series on my bloody channel, because I don't know what Ryan was saying, but if he was trying to critique Hollywood or true crime as a concept, my dude did it 10 times worse with his own creations. It's ridiculous. Absolute shambles, man.
Yeah, Ryan Murphy, not a guarantor of quality, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully we gave a few answers there. Oh, I'll also throw in, I thought there's a hell of a lot of gayness in Shivers. But I don't know, just looking at the chat, if you're wanting entirely positive portrayals of homosexuality, Shivers is not the one to go for. But there's stuff in there. I was accused of reading stuff in, but I'm just
the other one, it touches
just telling you.
on gay readings and Lovecraft is 2007's Cthulhu, which is not great.
No.
But it's the main character is dealing with coming out.
Yes.
But it's not. The movie itself is
Did
dumb.
I have Jennifer Tilly in?
No, not that I remember. Let me look up.
Yeah.
It's got Cara Buono.
Okay. Well,
it's got Tori Spelling. That's
Tori Spelling. That's who I'm thinking of. Okay. Well,
she has the Innsmouth look, so she's got those bug eyes.
Oh my gosh. All right, there you go. So there is horror with themes. Look at my video, The Dark Homoeroticism of Clive Barker, which has got a lot of the analysis of stuff that's under the surface that people miss, i.e. they say I'm making it up, but it is absolutely there. And I just thought of another one. I remembered it. If you're just looking for something that happens to have tons of gay stuff in, there is the TV series version of I Know What You Did Last Summer, but I will say, unfortunately, it's gash and I hated it. So, yeah. So, to be honest, extremely not worth it. I can't stress how not worth it that show is. Very gay though. So,
is it worse than the Screen TV series?
Oh, so much worse.
Really?
I enjoy it. I'd watch that again. I don't remember it very well. But I thought the first season was kind of fun. So, you know. Anyway, I've left something hanging, which is Adam Loves Horror's very generous super chat. He's dropped in quickly. Very loyal friend of the channel. So I want to say massive thanks to you for leaving a $2 super chat saying can't stay. Hope you shill. Here's some cash and love you guys. Thank you so much. I didn't shill. I didn't shill the main thing I need to do, which is asking people to like the stream. YouTube needs it, folks. YouTube needs it as a signal. So thank you. Like the stream if you can. Very much appreciated. And thank you again, Adam. So, yeah. Oh, you've explained my my Britism of low quality. Yeah. I mean, yeah. All right, fair enough. Lawrence isn't exactly incorrect that I may be a bit of an
Lawrence, there's no guessing about
matter.
Clive Barker being gay. He's freely admitted it throughout his entire career.
Yes, he's gay as a window.
And
So
Bret Easton Ellis, yeah.
Emilio, just make sure you use that word in the right context.
It also is a very profane way of saying vagine.
Yeah.
Yes. All right then. All right. So something I want moving off the gay, stepping away from the fruit bowl, because I don't want to say area of special interest. Yes. Moving away. It's a bit of a conversational vortex around this channel. We are dealing with a remake, and it has an interesting subject matter, as well as this sort of attempted addition of psychological depth. They did try and add a bit of deep sociological commentary here, as in what? Well, I said they attempted it, about the what the mine means, selling the mine, the implications for the town.
Oh, that, yeah.
I was going to say, this is an area I felt like the loss from the original most. And I know we don't exactly come to horror the sort of Ken Loach vibe of miners, my poor working class folk. Let me tell you about economics in the primary sector. But I missed it. There was something kind of nice about that old Canadian production where they spent a heck of a lot of time giving you a really good idea of what a mining town was like and just like making it different enough that it was quite interesting, you know?
Right.
Like genuine interesting slice of life. Am I on my own here?
What, from the original, do you mean? Or
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Murgoot's seen the original.
I'll say I'll take your word for it because I haven't seen the original, but yeah, I mean, if I just found this remake frustrating because I would have liked to have seen more conflict because there's only really two, sort of 2-3 short scenes where they address the situation of him selling the mine, and I mean, the one that frustrated me most was when he was talking to Sarah on the bridge, who, by the way, for some reason, at the end of their conversation, turns around and walks back. So I'm like, why are you walking across the bridge anyway? Anyway,
I love these little details. That
go back the way you can.
You were going the other way. What?
Yeah. But yeah, when you know, like everyone seems to be mad at this guy. I mean, I can understand them, you know, being a bit peeved because of the initial incident with him causing the collapse, which then led to Harry then doing these murders. But I don't understand why people were so pissed off with him for leaving or like just disappear. I mean, I to a degree I get it, but the fact that he was trying to move on in his own way by selling the mine and moving on, I just felt like people were sort of unnecessary. Like the fact that they were trying to say that he had this obligation. She made out like, and other people as well made out like that he had this obligation to the community, but at the same time, like they want nothing to do with him. So it's kind of like, well, hang on a minute.
They want him to make it right, but they also want to shun him.
Exactly, yeah. It's like, well, hang on a minute. Like, this is a two-way street. Like, you want me to make right, I can do that, but at the same time, you can't ostracize me, man. I didn't, like you said rightly, I didn't kill those people. I didn't do it. It was be mad at him. Be mad at the police for failing you. Like, but my dude, like, I just found that whole getting that. It was just another thing that was I just felt was quite lacklusterly explored, if you will. It's just this film just felt cheap to me, and it's such a shame because again I am a massive Jensen Ackles fan, and I just felt like he was kind of sold a bit of a duff role here, you know.
I don't think they had much to work with. Fez based as ever. Yes, it's not aristocratic. It's not aristocratic, frankly. You have a noblesse oblige to your area, whereas just otherwise you're just rent seeking, frankly. Based take from Fez. Yeah, there's just the original had these lovely scenes that they're a bit slow, but you get this great sense of how the social life of the town is really built around the mine, how they're so keen to blow off steam. They're looking forward to these things. Like there's an awkward like Valentine's Day dance that, you know, it's kind of cheesy, but you can tell in this remote mining town, this is their big thing. And it was great and interesting. And you're looking at something a bit unusual, you know, like all the stuff around how the farm and the witch actually ran. I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. Give me more. Give me 15 minutes more of that. This is fascinating. As well as the horror, but it was genuinely interesting. Whereas this, I felt it just had that touch more just generic feel.
Yeah, it was. It just, I find it difficult to explain, but it's just I do agree with what you were saying about, 15 minutes. I think have a real focus, because this is the thing, we're told that this is a community like that has this shared grief, and is trying to move on in its own way, but you don't really see that. You just see a few old guys moaning in a bar. Oh my god, don't even get me started on this.
Sorry, I thought I changed the background for a bit because we're
and you get people guilt tripping Tom because he's because nobody wants anything to do with him, and fine, like that's fine, but at the same time they expect him to keep the mine under his name after his dad recently passed away, so that they could still have their cushy little jobs. And Tom basically is of the opinion he's pretty much like learned to code at that point, when he's literally like, it's not my problem.
Such an up. Yeah. I remember that was infuriating.
Yeah.
Oh, terrible.
And also, and again, like the fact that he changes his mind, nothing significant happens for him to change his mind. He just has a conversation with his ex-girlfriend. And
he talks to Ben, who gives the town's perspective. He talks to Sarah, who gives
the town's perspective. It's the same conversation, just repeated.
Can I throw something out there that might have improved this? You could play this either way, but like, if he's there to sell and it's going ahead, and then the killings are done in a way that block the sale, right? That can be a line of inquiry that provide you a list of suspects.
Yeah.
Or you can do the other way, like say a load of the townspeople are firmly unionizing to block the sale.
Yeah.
And killing them off, they're getting picked off by the killer, and it speeds up the sale, right?
Yeah.
Either one of those directions, I think, gives a bit of structure. And if you're like, but the contract's got to be signed by this date, or we all have to pay infinity balls in fines. Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree.
It would just a bit more structure, a bit more direction, because this big problem I have is just the film comes out that wonderful start, and then it's like, it's just a bit flabby, and people are just a bit like, what am I doing? And sequence, you just kind of go sequence to sequence to sequence to sequence, and lacks a clear direction. And I think that kind of stronger plot structure would have helped point it in a direction.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the whole I've got to sign the contract tomorrow gets forgotten after the one scene it's mentioned in.
Yeah. Okay. This image.
Go on.
Why? Just why? Right. So for those who haven't watched this, okay, there's after the events preceding Tom's return, so there's a 10-year gap between Harry waking up from his coma and carrying out these murders on these teens in the mine, and him coming back. Right now, when the murders kickstart again, there's whispers going on. Maybe Harry's returned and he's starting to kill again, and the sheriff and like the old elder townspeople, like the retired cops, like, no, he's definitely dead. Like he's 100% dead. I shot him myself. Yada yada yada. Although the body was never recovered, and we're told the body was never recovered. And then later on in the film, it's revealed that there was a cover-up. The retired police officers did in fact kill Harry Warden after he initially escaped. And he was buried in a secluded location out in a forest. But when they go there to retrieve the body, to essentially put the public's mind at ease that this man is definitely dead, shock horror, the corpse is missing. But my question is, why would they cover it up anyway? Because this guy was on a murderous rampage, killing teenagers and an entire freaking hospital. They were completely justified in unloading an entire magazine and just throwing the entire police artillery at this guy, dragging his body into the center of town and burning him in the town. Why did they need to cover it up? Where was the controversy? Why is it like, oh, we have to be a bit secretive because I didn't want to kill this guy? Good.
Everyone would have gone for it. Yeah.
It's so, yeah.
Do you want to throw another one in on this scene?
Oh, please do.
I don't know the screenshot of it, but we're showing this sort of outline of the stones marking the grave. Which, why are you marking it?
Yeah,
they half buried him and put him under rocks, and it supposedly collapsed. You find out later that Tom excavated the grave, but where are all the other rocks for the cairn? Well,
I'd also throw out, they look at this like excavated thing and they're like, oh, he must have been dug out. But if when a corpse rots, the soil is going to sink down. Like, this is why that's just natural decay. So you don't necessarily know it's been removed unless you're going in there specifically saying, oh, we had stones all over it marking the grave that we want to keep secret.
Yeah.
ATIQ is generous, Nemsai.
And this is
ATIQ is very generous for this scene. We all got very upset by it.
Shall I dumb that IQ level down by about another 20 points? For some reason, Alex, who has been aware for the last 10 years, presumably, that there's been a massive conspiracy about the covering up of Harry Warden's body and the real location, only now decides at the end, after it's revealed that the body is missing, that he wants to bring in the old retired detectives for questioning.
Fez does make a good point here. They do get to dodge paperwork. Fair play. Actually, fair play, Fez. Fair play.
Bureaucracy.
I'll take it.
Red tape.
What's that, John Gurris?
Yeah.
To avoid autisming. Keep repeating, it's only a movie. It's only a movie. Who's getting that reference?
No.
Who's getting it? I know a couple of you people have been around here far too long and know what I'm referring to. Actually, speaking of the old detectives, and another, you've been around here far too long.
Yeah.
Tom Atkins. Anyone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was happy. So, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. I blooming love that film. Great stuff. And here we see a lovely Tom Atkins. I believe he was in The Fog as well. But I think he stuck at Jamie Lee Curtis in the truck in The Fog. I could be wrong there.
And then Kevin Tighe is Ben, the mine manager.
Very prolific
old
guy.
Character actor.
It's a great question as well, Dr. Prepper. By the way, how did Tom find Harry's body?
Yes.
How did he? I mean, we know that his father was involved, but I don't see why we should headcanon that to explain how Tom was able to retrieve the body.
Tom's father owned the mine. He knew where all the vents were. He knew where all the mine sites were. He knew where the old cabin was.
Again, why are we headcanoning it? For me, what would be great is, again, this is part of the explanation. Part of the whole encompassing explanation as to why this guy is what he is. You could have a flashback scene where where Tom is in such a state because he thinks that Harry's going to come back at any given moment, and his dad takes him to the grave and says he's there, he's dead, he's not coming back, get over it. You don't get that.
Yeah,
you don't get that.
True, they could have done more with that.
But it bugs me. But that's what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, it just winds me up, this film, because it had so much potential. But for me, it just spends more time just focusing on the gore elements and just getting in as many sort of 3D shots as you could. Because again, it was kind of going through that sort of 3D wave, because you had that Piranha film as well, which was released around the same time.
Jaws 3D, Piranha 3D.
Piranha 3D, yeah. It was, yeah, you had that sort of there was that
The
wave
80s,
going on, and this
the
and this
80s
just got sucked into it.
revival of 3D. I mean, there was the awful Space Hunter in 3D with the sci-fi with horror elements, with Molly Ringwald's first appearance in a major role. It's the 80s 3D revival was
Duke Nukem 3D.
You found another Space Hunter fan here.
Hey.
I mean, look. I don't want to do the guy. I don't want to do the team down too much, but our boy Todd Farmer, who I will remind you at least had a cameo in the film.
Oh God!
You know, he put his back into it. You know, what can I say? He gave it his all. Would you believe this? He also wrote Jason X. Can you imagine it? But
mate.
maybe set that as like your a bit of a guide to what you might expect from your man. I do seriously respect him for doing this, so like kudos.
Well, someone wrote.
Let's get the old man butt off the screen.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm about to crack Horror Show. Come on.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's have Megan again.
There we go.
Okay.
I think we can all agree on Megan.
I think we can.
The director, Patrick Lussier, like I'm just setting standards here. He is the boy behind Terminator Genesis. I'm afraid so. Looking it up. Trick. I am aware of this, but I cannot remember it. I don't think I've seen it. Trick. 2019 slasher. I'm going to have to watch that. Also, Dracula 2000. I'm sure always near and dear to our hearts. No? Comment of the night from
I know.
Lawrence.
That's brilliant. Someone wrote Jason X.
Come on, Lawrence. You know that the scene with the two co-eds is like, hey, do you want to smoke pot and have premarital sex? I love that so much.
Oh, God.
And yet it was barely a parody.
By 3, we ought to give our scores so we can.
We should. We're vacating. We're vacating so you fabulous people can head over to Samson's channel, friend of the show Samson, and watch another friend of the show, Harry, complete Silent Hill 2. Or presumably just start playing it. So I will move us on.
Look up the link and shoot it out there.
Oh, I have it. I have the link. The link is here. Now, don't go quite yet. Let's get that in the chat, and I'll pop it in private chat so I can use it later. There you go. That is it. That is where you go afterwards, folks.
Pin that comment.
We will do. Oh, is it hidden?
Pin it. No. Pin it.
Oh, how do I?
Pin it. So if you click on the 3 dots, if you highlight,
hover
over your comment.
3 dots
pin.
Appear.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Nice. I should probably give a little explanation of what that is, but we'll live with it. I'm going to move us on to our scoring. Oh gosh, I'm so old. How do I computer? There we go. All right. So I'll shrink our girl down now. She's looking great there. I just love this. Now I'll make it so she's just a little head. Now, where's a little bit of head going?
Brilliant.
TCG, would you like to start us off when we're rating it on our custom axis here for fidelity and quality?
Okay. I can't really compare it to previous versions because I haven't seen them, admittedly. So I will have to rely on your expert opinion, both of you.
No problem.
But based on my experience with this film, I mean, look, for me, it is a bit of fun schlock, right? It's for me, it's nothing more than just a film that's there to promote sort of like advancements in sort of 3D technology from previous iterations and previous trends. But it doesn't really have a strong story. There are so many issues, I think, with the plot, some of the reactions. Like again, at the end of the movie, towards the end, when you've got Sarah like facing off against both Tom and Axel, and they end up scrapping it. There's a few opportunities. There's several opportunities there when she could have just shot him, and instead just decided to just stand there like an idiot. But yeah, I have a lot. I have many issues with this film. It's a 4, and that's a generous 4 because it's getting it's getting Jensen Ackles multipliers. Right.
The rare Jensen Ackles multiplier.
Yeah,
Nice.
but I mean, it's not a film that I would say you should avoid. Watch it because, as I say, like things like the gore is if you're looking for gore in horror films, yeah, you get plenty of that in this. The CGI is questionable, but where it's not being used for the 3D-ness of it, it's fine.
CGI.
Oh my god! This was also. I'm sure this was a callback to this last episode of season 2 of Supernatural as well.
Oh, got to be.
Dean with the cult. You know, but yeah, but in particular, like the image you showed previously with the with the spade through the mandible. Some of it was quite cool, but as I say, I mean, it doesn't make up for a piss poor story,
and not just the mandible, but the woman-dible and the children-dible too.
Yes. Damn it!
All right, so we got 4. An opening gambit of 4 from TCG.
Get it down there. Murgoot, you can't change my mind, I'm afraid, man. Sorry.
Go on, Murgoot.
Shit.
Okay.
It's
a fun sub-sequel to the original. It's not as gory. I find I don't need all the exposition dumps. It's fairly easy to follow. I don't need to be led around by my nose. It is kind of disjointed. The homage to 80s slasher flicks is absolutely hysterical. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. And then the meta touches are great. Just the little sly references and some of the meta of the arc. They're trying to pull everything in. I give it a good solid 8. 8 burgers.
Ew.
Lots of ketchup. Lots and lots of pickles. It's a hell of a lot of fun. And on the faithful versus in name only, I would give it a 5 just because it is a sub-sequel.
Oh, so
I'd give it a.
Do you want to stay in the center?
Yes.
So okay, we'll keep it in the center for fidelity. All right. No, that's fair. Very justified. Very justified. I'm torn on this because I think you are so right that this is like the kid who's presented their homework in the best way with the most amazing presentation, custom printed out on fine paper and cursive handwriting, but all the answers are wrong. It's like this film is scoring all the bonus points amazing meta references, great style, glorious gore, lovely casting. Actually, we haven't said enough nice things. I think there's. I could be argued that kind of the idiocy we've seen in here, like just falling over nothing, is actually just a tribute. I could be persuaded to not remove any burgers for that. If it's just like, yeah, that's a tribute to the original. They all did this nonsense. What do we say? What do we say? Horror movies? It's always about some big-breasted girl who can't act, who's always running up the stairs when she should be going out the front door. It's insulting. I've got to say it once a stream. It's got to happen. So if you want to tell me it's a tribute just to maintain accuracy, I could be persuaded and won't dock any points. But for me, gosh darn it, it's stuff like rampant teleporting. This scene where Megan and Irene trapped in a nice safe room, we're getting maybe a hint of a Shining tribute with the door being busted down, and Megan tries to get out, and then only after Megan's been murked does Irene say, "Oh, herder, I've got this massive alarm here that calls the police."
Yeah.
Now, was Irene low-key being Machiavellian and making sure Megan was taken out, baby and all? Who knows?
Oh, yeah. If she had, because she has eyes.
Yeah.
You know, she's not blind.
No. Rampant teleporting, Dr. Prepper. Rampant teleporting. Shameless.
Can we just appreciate Lawrence's got her super chat too bad? Didn't watch it, probably won't. 11 out of 12.
Lawrence forgot the Giga Chad. What's that copy past to like the land rights about this? No, he doesn't. Did you read him? No. Did you? No. Excellent Giga Chad. All right. So I'm in a tough spot on this one because I was watching it and I was just seeing the stupidity in there. The biggest problem for me is that it just lacked that momentum. It got that. Murgoot, you said disjointed. Disjointed is actually a really great way of phrasing it. All of that could have been solved by structure, a little coherence, making sure plot mattered and carried through, not dividing your focus among three protagonists. All that stuff would be good. And then if you get that right, then the weird touches, like Irene, your hooker character whose name I can't remember. Irene. Oh, am I getting them mixed up? I am.
No, Irene is the Lot Lizard.
Yeah, sorry. Irene is Lot Lizard. Sarah Palmer. How am I forgetting Sarah Palmer? Herder. Yeah. Stuff like that. You know, that's where you get the problems. I kind of forgot where I was going with that. Okay. So I will, in light of that, I've got to say I was going in with a 4. I'm not moved off a 4. I got very bored. So between us, I think we're at a 5. Oh. Let's just check that. That's an interesting comment there from Fez. When we're talking about this being a potential sneaky Shining tribute. Yeah, I can kind of see it. Yeah, Jack. Yeah. All right. Fez, I'm giving you that one. That is a great shout. Obviously, what Jack was wearing prior to that was more of a sort of it's more of a crimson tweed jacket, but nevertheless, the colours are there, and it feels like a deliberate tribute. So I'm going to give you that. That's a fantastic little catch. And Emilio, 100%, yes. We like good movies. We like bad movies too. As long as you can learn something, it's interesting.
What did we learn from Planet 9 from outer space?
I learned that the inside of airplane cabins is surprisingly shaky. Like all the doors and walls, they just shake. It's amazing. Oh, sorry. I learned that the interior of a pilot's cockpit is incredibly shaky, almost as if they're made of cardboard. That's what I learnt.
What was that? Oh my god, what was that film that we watched? With the plane. It's got the
Shadow in the Cloud.
Shadow in the Cloud.
Never forget.
What I learned from that movie is that you can meme.
I can meme pretty hard when I want to. Can't I?
Yeah. Please.
I don't have it with me. I'm afraid.
Oh.
What
Right.
Shall I
learned
try and
from
find
Shadow
it?
in the
Where,
Cloud
please?
is Harry can be convinced to rant and wail with the best scream queen out there.
I mean, in
But-
fairness, did anything beat us getting Harry in to review Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 and not telling him? So he just went into it completely honest.
Oh.
Hang on.
Christ.
This was from a completely different review, but I can indeed meme.
Right,
Another
25th
one of my favourite movies. I've seen it
25th of
far too
January.
many
Here we go.
times.
I will find it.
You're looking.
I've got the street. Yes, I found it.
He's got it. He's actually got it.
Right. I'm gonna send
Go
it
on,
to you.
send it to me, and we'll go.
I think there was two of them, if I'm not mistaken.
There were definitely two that I
Yeah.
did. I don't think I've got them saved anywhere. This will give people flashbacks.
Right.
Right, is that on Twitter? They're coming
Cloud
through.
one. Yeah, it's coming through.
Go on.
Right, where are you? Where are you, you bastard? I'll just put that one aside for 1 second.
All right. Well, while you're getting those up, I will
Sorry.
complete my score. We'll go back. Yeah, I can't. It's a 5. It's a 5, and I think I'm being generous with that. I might sneak it slightly off. Not a full 4, but I can't really move far away from that. Right? How do I? Right. Let's do this. I've got it placed, and then I'll show this bad boy. Absolute classic.
It's a classic. I swear there was one where it was throttling them.
Oh yeah, I did the throttle one as well. I just can't find it. God, this bloody film is amazing, folks. If you haven't seen Shadow in the Cloud, get absolutely hammered and watch the weirdest combination of, Resident Evil, terror at 30,000 feet, and full-on treason that you could ever see. It's quite amazing. The director got Me Too'd in the middle of production, and so the whole film suddenly swerves and changes its focus and gets some very tactile stuff to try and make up for the fact that a very dodgy chap kicked it all off. My goodness. What a special film that was. All right. Lovely times. And I think you haven't found the second one. I'll get us back to our original. Okay. Yeah, so I think we're about here. Somewhere between the fidelity, I'm not going to argue. That strikes me as about right. Well, we have hit 10 p.m., folks. I said I would clear the way so that you could all go and have fun cheering Harry on as he explores Silent Hill in the stream on Samson's channel that I've pinned as a comment. I will repost it one more time just to make sure you can see it. But there you go. There is the link to Samson's channel with Harry playing Silent Hill 2. But before I fully end the stream and we go over there, we've got those scores in. I saw quite a mixed bag. I've seen 5s, I've seen 11s. Fez is indeed being generous. Dr. Prepper being generous, I think so. Yeah. Not the highest, not the highest. What can you do? And Oh, sorry, I totally forgot where I was going. Right.
Homework?
Homework. That's it, Murgoot. Sorry, I am.
Yeah, come on. Homework. We want to do our
Apologies.
homework. We're
Homework.
eager students. We want to learn.
Oh crap! What did we decide on, folks? What did we decide on? Okay, I'm going to throw it out there. Do you want a random one, or do you want a high quality one? Please say high quality.
Random.
Excellent choice.
Fez, Fez, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, every single day of the week.
Here we go. Very true. Strongly recommend the original Bloody Valentine. Do go check it out. It's fun. It's very fun. And also, yes, like the stream. Okay, what we will go. I want to make sure we have a bit of a high point because I know we're going to go and revisit this era in the Halloween specials, but we'll do it as a commentary. So I'm going to give you a high point, folks. Let's look next week at The Hills Have Eyes.
Ooh, which
The
one?
Hill. My brain is saying 2005. Let me quickly confirm. It's the one by Alejandro Aya.
2006.
2000. Oh, that is not bad. That is not bad, guys. Come on. Yes, 2006 one. The Hills Have Eyes, remake of a Wes Craven classic. You are not going to regret it, unless you don't enjoy really, really horrible, gross stuff. In which case, you'll probably regret it. Also, bonus Buffalo Bill. Seeing as we mentioned Silence of the Lambs a fair bit in this stream, bonus bit of Buffalo Bill.
Puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Put the dog in the basket.
The Hills Have Eyes is free with ads on YouTube US.
Amazing.
Right, Murgoot, I'm flying to America to watch the film.
Nice. Good move. Good move. All right, folks. Well, that is it. You've got your review of My Bloody Valentine 3D 2009. The taxonomy is proven 100% correct so far. 3D questionable. We'll see how that holds out. And you've got your homework for next week. It's looking good. And you know what you're doing for the rest of the night. You're going over to Samson's channel and you're watching Harry, some muscly Mercian, oiled up, who knows, play Silent Hill 2. It's going to be good times. All right, I will see you over there. Say hi and have yourselves a wonderful Friday. A nice weekend. Oh, also, Murgoot, TCG, thank you so much. Sorry, I forgot to thank you guys.
Completely mugged us off, Murgoot.
He did.
We shouldn't bother coming back. No, pleasure as always. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you to the chat as well, and to those who have super chatted very generously. Thank you ever so much, guys.
Yeah,
we won't see a penny of that, but that all goes to Horror Show, who does fantastic work, and you should absolutely support her. She's brilliant.
Oh, thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. Yes. And indeed, go and see John Garris's animation. You can search it. Its title is Freak Day at Last on his channel. Check that out. And just go and be generally excellent. All right. Thanks so much, folks. See you on Samson's channel and have a great weekend. Cheers.
#Shill Gang.